I used to think that feeling sad, lonely, depressed, or hopeless was just a part of life. And then after studying and studying and studying, I discovered a way out. What I've discovered is that out of all the wars and battles in this world, the greatest battle you will ever face takes place between your right and left ear. It is the battleground over your mind. You can win this battle, and when you do, you not only will be able to feel peace, you will see that you are becoming an entirely different person. So I want to share with you 4 things to implement that are guaranteed to change your life. Before we go into these, it's good for all of us to understand that depression can range from a mild feeling of sadness for a couple weeks to an overwhelming feeling of hopelessness or despair that can last up to months or years at a time, to the point where you just want to disappear. No matter where you are on this journey of suffering, there is hope for you. These life-changing keys I'm going to share are meant for those who are experiencing hard times or depression, but are still functioning with day-to-day life. If you feel paralyzed or disabled by your depression, first watch this video. The National Science Foundation discovered right now, out of all the thoughts in our head, 80% of our thoughts are negative and 95% of our thoughts are repetitive. That means there is a whole lot of mental ground being attacked over and over and over again. But there's a way to overcome this and to be freed from the seemingly constant negativity. Your first key to overcoming is this: recognize negative thoughts and learn how to rewrite them. We don't even realize how many negative thoughts hijack our mind every hour. So the key is to learn what is entering our brain and to rewrite and beat these negative thoughts. And it actually works. Your thoughts create your perceptions, and your perceptions create your reality. The human brain, your brain, is the most powerful computer, most powerful pharmacy, most powerful force for good or for bad in the world. Everything that has ever been done, good or bad, on this planet first started with thoughts. This is why the powerful ancient adage is, as a man thinketh, so is he. And before you think, no, my life sucks and I'm unhappy because of all these X number of horrible reasons, first, listen to this. There's a fascinating correlation between a person who wins the lottery and a person who becomes a paraplegic through a car accident. How could these 2 individuals have anything to do in common? But what they found out is that as humans, we all have what's called our baseline happiness. They've seen that with a person who wins the lottery, their happiness increases dramatically. But surprisingly, they are back down to whatever their baseline happiness was within 1 calendar year. Inversely, a person who experiences a car crash and becomes a paraplegic experiences a major decrease in their overall happiness. But amazingly, this tends to only last about 2 years before they are also back to their baseline happiness. So within 2 years of these extreme experiences, both of these individuals are back where they started. We're discovering more and more that it's not our experiences that change the level of joy permanently in our life. It's if we know how to raise our baseline happiness. And one of the most powerful ways to do this is to recognize negative beliefs that enter your thought patterns and learn how to rewrite them. People that learn how to do this have overcome horrible trauma, abuse, anxiety, PTSD, and depression in a matter of weeks. You think it's impossible? This is why I brought on Dr. Gray Otis onto this podcast, because he discovered a revolutionary approach to mental health and healing. Instead of trying to heal someone from the outside in, he helps people heal from the inside out, and it works. And it works faster than any other mental health approach out there. This isn't just cognitive behavioral therapy. This is getting all the way down to the very core beliefs you have about yourself. And in fact, I was so amazed to see how fast healing took place that we partnered to do a full free masterclass on this to help as many people as possible who are dealing with mental health issues. If you want to not stay in therapy for years of your life or be dependent on antidepressants, here is a way that actually works. So real quick, I'm going to give you one of the easiest ways to recognize when a negative thought enters your mind. Famous author Dr. David Burns says, if you can't say it to your best friend, don't say it to yourself. When you look in the mirror, pay attention what thoughts enter your mind. If you can't say those thoughts to your best friend and even pretend they're in a hospital bed, if you can't say it to them, don't ever say it to yourself. For example, what if you look in the mirror and even subconsciously, most of these thoughts that are entering our mind are without us even recognizing them? And what if the thought was, I'm so ugly? Would you ever tell your friend in a hospital bed, you're so ugly? No. So if you can't say it to them, don't say it to yourself. We have to become our own best friends. There's a force that wants you to feel isolated, shamed, abandoned, and hopeless. Remember, you're here to clean house. You're here to recognize the thoughts that are hijacking your brain, and you are going to beat them out and start feeling like a different person. You can get to the point where no longer are 85% of your thoughts negative and repeating, but most of yours will become positive and repeating and lead you in an entirely different direction. Second, this is simple but very powerful. Align your expectations with reality as quickly as possible. They say the most resilient and happy people do this the fastest. It can be like this: happiness equals reality minus expectations. So let's say this is reality and this is our expectation or desires. The longer time it takes us to accept reality, we're not saying that you have to be happy reality happened, just simply accepting it, the longer we'll feel pain. They say every negative emotion, sadness, anger, disappointment, resentment, depression, comes down to this gap. This is not easy to do, but as I've worked on it, I have seen incredible results. The situation I'm in now has been a huge mental roller coaster and battle. I've been hospitalized for over 30 days now, and the faster I have accepted reality and then been able to move forward, the more I felt in control and able to adapt. I love this quote from Viktor Frankl, who is an inspiring survivor of the Holocaust. Forces beyond your control can take away everything you possess except one thing: your freedom to choose how you will respond to the situation. I'm going to give you now one of the easiest ways to recognize you are not living aligned to reality. It is one of the biggest damaging lies most people believe, and it is this: I'll be happy when. We don't realize how often we tell ourselves this consciously or subconsciously. I've caught myself hearing this in my head. I'll be happy when I can make it out of this hospital and finally be home with my family. Others may think, I'll be happy when I can buy a house. I'll be happy when someone cares about me. I'll be happy when I feel better. I'll be happy when I have a different boss. I'll be happy when I'm out of this situation. Instead, I say, this is my new reality and I'm going to keep going, which leads us to number 3. Why? Why keep going? Sometimes facing reality is really hard. So unless we want to fail, there has to be a why. So number 3 is find your why. If we don't have meaning in our lives, we don't have a why, then we are likely to give up and sink into despair. So what brings meaning in life? What brings purpose? Most people haven't thought about this question, and it has brought much pain in their lives. We've really messed people up by telling them to solve for fun, and when that fleeting feeling ends and they're left miserable, they wonder why. Why am I not happy? It's because fun is not the means to true, lasting, deeply fulfilling joy. What we should be solving for is meaning in our lives. It is true that fun and pleasure are on the easy path, but meaning lives to joy unspeakable. Viktor Frankl also said, when a person can't find a deep sense of meaning, they distract themselves with pleasure. And sadly, that makes up a lot of people in our world right now. But it doesn't have to be us. We can live a much more meaningful, enriched life if we choose. Fourth, choose a growth mindset. You're aligned with reality, and now what? Now you choose to see that no matter what life throws at you, no matter what reality is, it's going to make you a better person in some way. We as human species from the very beginning of time have adapted to pain. Pain creates change. My adorable nephew is an example of this. He was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, and at the beginning, every shot was excruciating for him. Now, without even thinking about it, he gives himself shots every day. Everything that you go through in life that is hard makes you a stronger person. We are doing this next generation a huge disfavor when we are telling them, if it makes you uncomfortable, you shouldn't do it. No, what we should be telling them is, you can do this, you can face this, face your fears, overcome your challenges, and don't stop when things get hard. Unlike having a fixed mindset where the person believes failure is permanent, when you have a growth mindset, you see failure as a chance to learn, grow, or develop. I love how Claire Lawson puts this.
We all wait in life for things to get easier. Think in your own life, if you waited for something to get easier. Oh, I just gotta get through this and then it'll be easy. It's what we do, we wait for stuff to get easier. It will never get easier. What happens is you handle hard better. That's what happens. Most people think that it's going to get easier. Life is gonna get easier. It never gets easier. What happens is you become someone that handles hard stuff better. So that's a mental shift that has to occur in each of your brains. It has to. Because if you go around waiting for stuff to get easier in life, it's never gonna happen. And then what happens? Oh, it's so hard. Oh, I can't do it. Oh, I don't know when is it gonna be easy for me? Oh, it's easy for other people. It's not. It's hard. So make yourself a person that handles hard well. Not someone that's waiting for the easy. Because if you have a meaningful pursuit in life, it will never be easy. If you're trying to win a championship, if you're trying to have a family, ask your parents, do you think it was ever easy for them to raise kids? Karen, is it easy? It's not. Any meaningful pursuit in life, if you want to be successful at it, it goes to the people that handle hard well. Those are the people that get the stuff they want. People that wait around for easy, you probably see them at the bus stop. They're waiting for the easy bus to come around. Easy bus never comes around. You gotta handle hard. Okay, so don't get discouraged through this time. If it's hard, don't get discouraged. It's supposed to be. So make yourself someone that handles hard well. And then whatever comes at you, you're gonna be great. You're gonna be great, okay?
So if, like me, you've struggled with depression, don't wait for life to get easier. Become a person that handles hard better. Here are the powerhouse steps to winning this battle. First, recognize and rewrite negative beliefs. 2, align with reality. 3, find your why. And 4, choose a growth mindset. You can win this battle. You can, because you are stronger than any force of negativity. Know that you are not alone, and I am here with you fighting this battle right alongside you. 31 days ago, when I was first hospitalized, I knew that everything I learned about mental health was about to again be put to the test. Could I handle it? Check out this next video to find out. Until then, never give up on hope.